Alright, so let's talk about subtracting fractions. It's very, very similar to adding fractions because we're going to change everything into addition because subtraction is a lie. So, we have negative 1/3 minus negative 2/5. We know if we have two negative signs right here in a row, we change those to addition. So we're going to rewrite this problem as negative 1/3 plus 2/5 because the two negative signs turn into an addition sign. What we have in red here is a simple boom, boom, pow. So the first thing we're going to do is negative 1 times 5 would be negative 5. Then we will do 3 times 2, which is 6. Then we're going to pow. 3 times 5 is 15. So your one boom right here. 3 and 2 make 6. 3 times 5 is 15. Remember, I know we're technically originally subtraction. We're going to change it to addition, but we use multiplying to add the fractions. So a lot of you are still confused saying, why are we multiplying? I thought we're adding. It's because we have to multiply in order to add. So now you're just saying negative 5 and 6 makes 1 over 15. And that is it. For the next one, we have negative 1/7 minus 3/7. So we're going to rewrite it. Negative 1/7 plus negative 3/7. So the reason why we do that is because subtracting is really like adding a negative. Now with this one, make sure you're noticing this already has common denominators. So life is going to be easy here. 7 goes in the bottom. Negative 1 plus negative 3, signs are the same, so it's just 1 plus 3, which is 4. Since they were both negative, our answer stays a negative. Next one. So we've got three fractions. Once again, focus just on the first two. So I'm going to rewrite this as 1/2 plus 1/3. The reason why I can do that is the two negatives turn into a plus sign. Subtracting a negative is like adding a positive. It's the same thing. This would be a boom, boom, pow. So we are going to do 1 and 3 makes 3. 2 times 1 makes 2. And then we pow. 2 times 3 is 6, which would be 5, 6. Now, we're going to bring this guy down. So we will have 5/6 minus 3/8. So we're focusing now on this problem that I put a red box around. I'm going to rewrite it. So that's like 5/6 plus negative 3/8, because when we do subtraction, that's the same as adding a negative, and I just put the negative in the top number. So we're going to boom, boom, pow. This would be 5 and 8 is 40 plus negative 18 all over 48 equals 40 plus negative 18. That's the same as 40 minus 18, which would just be 30, 20, 22 over 48. So now, this is not the final answer because we have to simplify. So we can divide both by 2. 22 divided by 2 is 11, and 48 divided by 2 is 24. And that would be your final answer, 11 over 24. For this one, we've got decimals. So we rewrite the problem. Negative 10.25 plus negative 1.2. So now we want to look. Both signs are negative, and we change the subtracting to adding a negative. And we have two negatives, which is perfect. So we will add their absolute values. So that's just 10.25 plus 1.2. Make sure you line up your decimals. I notice some of you are not, and that's why you're getting some wrong. Fill in a 0. So this would now be 5 and 0 is 5, 2 and 2 is 4. 0 and 1 is 1. And the 1 comes down. So we have 11.45. But examining our problem, we notice both signs were negative. So our answer will be negative. Negative 11.45 is your answer. Last one. So I'm going to rewrite this. Negative 21.04 plus 3.81. The reason why I can change this to addition is when you subtract a negative, it's like adding a positive. The two minus signs, the minus and the negative turn into a plus. So now we say our signs are different. So we're going to use the absolute values. We're going to say which is the bigger absolute value. Negative 21.04, does that have a bigger absolute value than this? Yes, it does. So we do 21.04 minus 3.81, and that will give us 3. We have to borrow. 10 minus 8 is 2. We have to change that to a 10 and borrow. 10 minus 3 is 7, and the 1. So, we want to go back and examine our sign. Since the negative was bigger, had a bigger absolute value, our answer will be negative. And that is how you subtract both fractions and decimals. If you need help, let me know. Well, see you later. Bye.